Patrick Mahomes is one of the most amazing players to ever play the game of football.
He looks like the dad playing in the backyard with all the kids and they can't get him on the ground. Watch this. Stop it.
Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is the ultimate human highlight reel. Here are the 10 most amazing plays from Patrick Mahomes that will leave you speechless. The original no-look pass. Mahomes turned heads early and often when he led the Chiefs to a perfect 5-0 start in his career. And hey, there is no shame in his first career loss, which came at the hands of the New England Patriots in Week 6. Simply not Mahomes' fault that the 40 points his team put up wasn't enough to win. Mahomes was already the MVP frontrunner and the game's best player when KC met Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in Week 14 of the 2018 season at Arrowhead. We thought we had seen it all from Mahomes up to that point. Then we realized, maybe not. Late in the second quarter, Mahomes danced around the Ravens' pass rushers and delivered a seemingly routine pass to Demarcus Robinson. But the other camera angles showed just how ridiculous this throw was. Mahomes used his baseball background to complete an insane no-look pass like it was nothing. And this was against a Baltimore defense that, by the way, gave up the fewest yards and the second fewest points that year. And here's another little impressive thing about all this. That wasn't even the only no-look pass of Mahomes' career. He's done it several times since then. Someone sure has a future in the majors if they want to attempt it. And to think that this wasn't even Mahomes' only memorable play on the day. But more on that shortly. The 360 spin and basketball throw for 6. Mahomes and the Chiefs met Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium in Week 4 of the 2022 season. There was a lot of hype around this game for, well, a variety of reasons. Not only did it mark the 6th installment of the epic Brady-Mahomes rivalry, but it was also a rematch following Tampa Bay's utter dominance of Mahomes' Chiefs in Super Bowl 55, which also happened to take place at Raymond James Stadium. Well, let's just say Mahomes and the Chiefs showed up with a vengeance. Mahomes made his fair share of big plays in this one, but the most beautiful of them all, undoubtedly the 360 spin and flip to Clyde Edwards-Helaire for a touchdown. Mahomes and the Chiefs made easy work of Tampa's defense that night. Mahomes completed 23 pass attempts for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the ground game racked up 189 yards in a 41-31 win. After the game, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce called Mahomes Houdini. And you know, that's probably the best way to describe number 15's efforts on this play. Don't throw across your body unless you're Mahomes. This is the number one thing quarterbacks are taught from a young age. Never throw across your body. But nonetheless, we still see NFL QBs commit that mistake time and time again on Sundays. And hey, let's be real, all of us have done it far too often in Madden. Realistically, the only quarterback who should be given official permission to throw across his body whenever he wants is Mahomes. Case in point, the Chiefs' aforementioned Week 14 home game against the Ravens in 2018. Baltimore's vaunted defense seemingly had Mahomes right where they wanted him. Up by a touchdown, less than 2 minutes to go, a 4th and long situation, one more stop essentially clinches the game. The protection broke down and left Mahomes scrambling for his life. The league MVP didn't panic though. Instead, he sprinted to the right, away from defenders before launching a desperate pass to his go-to man, Tyreek Hill. And with 4 Ravens defenders in the area, Mahomes somehow managed to avoid all of them and connect with Hill on the play. The Chiefs would go on to tie the game on another 4th down conversion just a few plays later, with Mahomes finding Damian Williams on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Harrison Butker scored the go-ahead field goal in overtime, and the Chiefs defense held off Baltimore to narrowly escape with an improbable 27-24 victory, breaking the Bills' hearts in overtime. It really isn't an exaggeration when people say that the Kansas City Chiefs-Buffalo Bills 2021 AFC Divisional Round game was the best NFL playoff game ever. And even if it wasn't the absolute best from start to finish, it certainly had the most theatrical ending ever. The Bills took the lead with 1:54 left, but less than a minute later, Tyreek Hill scored the go-ahead touchdown. Then Josh Allen found Gabriel Davis in the end zone with 13 ticks left to seemingly ice the game. Or not. It somehow only took Mahomes 2 plays and 10 seconds to set up Harrison Butker's game-tying field goal. The Chiefs won the coin toss in overtime and got the ball first. And, well, we all know how this one ended. Mahomes found Travis Kelce, who else, in the end zone for 6 to put the cherry on top of this all-time classic. Game, set, and match. The Chiefs reached their 4th straight AFC Championship game where they fell to the Cincinnati Bengals in overtime. Still, this clutch touchdown pass to Kelce will go down as one of Mahomes' all-time signature moments, which left us speechless. the Super Bowl diving throw. It's truly unfortunate that Mahomes had to play behind an offensive line consisting of mainly second stringers in Super Bowl 55. Mahomes versus Brady on the grandest stage should have been a timeless classic. But Mahomes never had a shot behind that wretched O-line against Tampa Bay's ferocious front seven. It was an all-time forgettable day for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They were blown out 31-9, and it marked the first time of Mahomes' career in which he failed to find the end zone once. But here's the thing, Mahomes is so unbelievably good at what he does that even during the brutal losses, he still manages to deliver one of the most memorable passes of not only that Super Bowl, but of any Super Bowl ever. Facing a 4th and 9 in the red zone early in the fourth quarter, Mahomes once again found himself running like crazy and away from Tampa's pass rushers. Mahomes was tripped but managed to get a diving throw away before he hit the ground. Make no mistake, the Bucs earned every bit of that Super Bowl victory. But boy, are they lucky that the Chiefs didn't have a real offensive line that day. Everyone saw what happened in Week 4 of the 2022 season when Mahomes actually did have some real pass protection in front of him. Dancing in the snow for 2. Those poor Denver Broncos just haven't stood a chance against the Kansas City Chiefs since Mahomes arrived. Remember when Denver went 7-1 versus KC over Peyton Manning's 4 years in the Mile High City? Mahomes has certainly flipped that script, as he has absolutely owned the Broncos every time he comes to visit Denver. And the Chiefs' Week 15 2019 home game against their longtime AFC West rivals really sums up his career dominance over them. The snow-filled Arrowhead venue wasn't enough to slow down Mahomes on this day. After Mahomes hit Tyreek Hill for another touchdown to pad their lead in the third quarter, KC opted to go for 2. Mahomes danced his way through the pocket and around Denver defenders before finding Sammy Watkins for the 2-point conversion. KC went on to soundly defeat the Broncos 23-3.
Did I look like Lamar?
Yeah,
With that juke? That's as close as I can get right there.
Mahomes covers the Earth's surface, finds Chris Conley for 6. Did you know that water covers around 71% of the Earth's surface? Well, Mahomes covered almost the entire Earth's surface on this gem of a play back in Week 3 of the 2018 season. The Chiefs hosted the 49ers at home in what turned out to be a super early preview of Super Bowl 54. Facing a 3rd and goal in the second quarter, Mahomes quickly found himself under duress from San Francisco's defenders. A sack or a throwaway looked inevitable. But who we kidding? This is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. Mahomes ran around and around and around and around until finally spotting an open Chris Conley in the end zone for the touchdown. According to Next Gen Stats, Mahomes ran a whopping 35.7 yards on this play before he hit Conley for the touchdown. The Chiefs cruised to a 38-27 victory behind Mahomes' 314 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. And unfortunately for the 49ers, that was only a preview of what Mahomes and the Chiefs would do to them in the Super Bowl. Starting the comeback versus Browns. The Chiefs were in major trouble against the Cleveland Browns in their Week 1 opener at Arrowhead. The KC defense had absolutely no answer for Cleveland's offense, and they found themselves trailing 29-20 with just over 10 minutes remaining. Mahomes' magic was needed, and his longtime sidekick was ready to answer the call. Mahomes evaded pressure and scrambled to the right before flinging a deep pass to Tyreek Hill, across his body no less, for the momentum-changing touchdown. That play brought the Chiefs right back in it, and as we say a lot about Mahomes, you just knew how things would go from there. Mahomes would find Kelsey for the go-ahead touchdown with 7 minutes left, and Kansas City's defense put the clamps on Cleveland's offense. The defending AFC champs closed out the deal with a 33-29 victory. 3rd and 15. The 49ers seemingly had Mahomes dead to rights in Super Bowl 54. Their stingy defense held the prolific KC offense to just 10 points through 3.5 quarters. San Francisco was leading 20-10 with just over 7 minutes remaining, and they had the Chiefs stuck in a 3rd and 15 situation. San Fran's pass rush got to Mahomes just a fraction of a second after he got a deep ball away to Tyreek Hill. Somehow, Hill was left wide open down the field for a 44-yard gain. And you just had to know what would happen from there. The Chiefs finished the drive with Mahomes hitting Kelsey in the end zone for 6. On Kansas City's next possession, Mahomes found Damian Williams for the go-ahead touchdown. The Chiefs forced a turnover on downs, and another Williams touchdown put the game on ice. The Chiefs, just like that, were Super Bowl 54 champions. All they needed was that miraculous 3rd and 15 conversion to get the rally started. Titan-like TD run against the Titans. 1 year after the Chiefs' heartbreaking AFC Championship loss at home in overtime to the Patriots, they found themselves back in the big game at Arrowhead once again. This time, they were taking on a Tennessee Titans team that had humiliated MVP Lamar Jackson and the top-seeded Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round. It was a Titans team that was led by rushing champion Derrick Henry and comeback player of the year Ryan Tannehill. The Chiefs got off to a sluggish start and found themselves trailing 10-0 in the first quarter. The two teams exchanged touchdown drives, and then Mahomes found Tyreek Hill with 4 minutes left in the second frame, cutting Tennessee's lead to 17-14. After forcing a punt, Mahomes and the Chiefs went to work and trying to get the lead before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 10 situation at the Tennessee 27 with 23 seconds remaining, Mahomes once again found himself having to evade a plethora of defenders. He somehow avoided a pair of sacks, walked the tightrope along the sidelines, and spun his way out of a should-be tackle before crossing the goal line for the touchdown. Arrowhead erupted into a frenzy, and, well, the rest is history. Which other unbelievable Patrick Mahomes plays left you speechless? Join us in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.